Allie.
And I'm Alan.
And we're Sal and Al,
the Wool Slayers.
Welcome to episode 2.
Yay!
We're doing it again, guys.
Yep.
The band's back together.
So it's May 3rd, Wednesday, May 3rd, and we're recording our second episode.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I don't know.
We get to talk about
It
yarn.
is really fun.
We get to talk about yarn.
When you put it like that, I'm not nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just sitting here with, our closest friends, our knit group.
Exactly.
Right? That being said, we want to invite everyone to join our Ravelry group, Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers, because we want to be your knitting group.
Your virtual knitting group.
Yeah.
We met through knitting group. We met through knitting group. Met through knitting group.
Whatever. I like to knit.
We met through knitting group, and we have so much fun at our knitting group, and we get so much help and advice. In fact, I have a project I need Sally to look at to give me some advice on whether or not I should keep going.
I'm
with
sure
the
it's
colors.
heinous.
We do knit-alongs together. We just have so much fun.
If it wasn't for knitting group, I would still be making dishcloths and stockinette mittens.
And I never would have knit a sock. I'm not going to do another one, but
because
I never would have tried it.
Because of our knitting group, I started my first sweater. I'd been knitting 6 months, not even, barely. And I made my first sweater, which was a lace cardigan.
That's incredible.
The Hito Fude, that is all over.
I'd say Hada Food.
We called it Hida Food. I was trying to be professional, Alan. Here in Texas, it's the Hito. Oh wait, it's
Hada Food.
Hada Food. But it's the Hito Fude. We'll link it. We'll put a picture. That was my first sweater, y'all.
And it's amazing.
The only reason I did it is because of peer pressure at Knit Group. Thanks, Libby.
I know. How many have people made? 8?
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
But I would have never, ever done it if it wasn't. 2 months before that, I was like, what's a KFB? I'm scared. And after I finished that sweater, I was like, I got this.
Yeah, I can do
I
anything.
am not scared of anything.
Right.
Bring it.
Right.
But, yeah. So, even if you do or you don't have a knitting group in real life, what's one more? Join ours. We would absolutely die of happiness if we could talk to you about your knitting.
We're pretty much already dying of happiness from all the,
True.
love and
True.
outpouring of
True.
affection that people have given us
Yes.
It's been 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
Just overwhelmed.
You guys. It's so cool.
And every hour, Sally's texting me, we have another subscriber.
No, you don't even know.
Ah.
Hit subscribe and I will seriously cry.
Yes.
And freak out. And my kids are like, what's the count?
Yeah.
You don't even, it's
Right.
been a very exciting 2 weeks since we recorded, a week and a
Right.
half since we released. It's been the most fun I've had
It really has.
since we went to Disney 2 years ago. I mean,
I thought recording it was fun.
It was.
We had a
It
ton
was.
of fun recording.
It was.
But then,
but then when other people saw it and thought it was fun too, it was basically the best. It was I felt like Sally Field, you like us. You really like us. It's not just us thinking we're funny. Or even
and then we're having fun together. And
mildly
entertaining.
intriguing. I don't know.
Right.
It's very exciting. We cannot thank you guys enough. Beyond our wildest expectations.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
The coolest.
Just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And if we never recorded again, that would have, I know. We're going to.
Yeah,
we have fun.
it's a lot of fun.
But that would have just, it
yeah.
fulfilled any and all expectations I had
Yeah.
of what would come out of recording this.
I think I mentioned in the last one, but she's been trying to talk me into this for a year. Yeah. And I just kept I love it. I would love to have a knitting podcast, but no one's going to want to watch me. I'm boring. Right. And then finally she wore me down.
Because she really is the funniest. I'm the straight man. She's the funny one.
Just because I have more facial muscles than most people, and so that's the only reason people think I'm funny.
Not true. The words.
But,
it's the words you say.
So last summer she was like she was begging everyone.
Who was begging?
Oh, well, not begging.
But I mentioned it several times.
Like, how do you feel about podcasts?
Yes. And I was like, guys, we really should do this. And every time I got to knitting group, I'd be like, man, we really need to do a video podcast. And then finally I just was like, Sally, let's do it.
Well, I was the only one who ever, because I'm a podcast junkie.
Right.
We watch them all. Grocery Girls, what's up? Diane at Suburban Stitcher already knows.
Legacy Knits. Fat Squirrel Speaks, and we'll do a whole thing about all the ones we watch.
And so, but what finally did it is she just texted out of the blue, like a month or so ago. Yeah. And I finally said yes. And well, I've been on Weight Watchers since January. And at the time, I had finally hit like 20 pounds lost. And I don't know, something was just like, I can do that. And now I'm at 26.4. Working on another 100, whatever. But, I finally feel like ready to put myself out there.
There's a sense of power and a sense of control, and I've made this major accomplishment. Let me go do something else. You feel capable.
Yeah, and passionate about knitting and podcasts. Mm-hmm. And so, why shouldn't I?
Right?
Why shouldn't I?
Yep.
So, anyway.
And here we are today with episode 2.
I know, and I'm so excited. It's so fun.
It really is.
Man, right before we hit record, I'm like a bucket of nerves. But I'm fine now. I'm fine.
She's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you wearing?
Oh, I am wearing my Waiting for Rain that I gushed about in the last episode. My all-time favorite thing I've ever knit. In beautiful Western Sky knits. I don't know if it's going to get... I've never been able to photograph this yarn.
There's lots of green in there.
Yeah, and it doesn't come through.
Right. It's lots of blue and green. I mean, obviously you can see the blue.
It looks like, ocean water.
It does.
It's got like... And turquoise and teal is my jam. And then you add in that little bit of green. It just gives it some depth. And then I added beads in the lace. See those little beads? Just and
there's the green. The green's showing up.
Yeah,
now.
That's better right there.
Yeah.
So it really does just like swirling water. And so I didn't want the beads to take away. I wanted them to just be like you almost don't even see them. You're just like, oh, a little
sparkle.
And so I did this during the Around Your Neck Cal last year that I won, as we mentioned. Just whatever. I'm not proud of it. It's the Waiting for Rain.
Very nice.
In Western Sky Knits. What are you wearing?
Okay, so I'm wearing one of my Slade projects for the week. It is the Spindrift shawl.
Did you just finish it?
I just blocked it this week.
Oh, it's cute.
And the pattern, she has you do it, or, the example is in a variegated.
Oh, is it?
It is. And it's beautiful. It's a great way to show off one skein of variegated. But I did mine in Spud and Chloe Fine, which is wool and silk. But you would not believe that it's silk.
It is
so
rustic.
It is. It's very rustic.
But it's
also
beautiful.
I don't know. There's a little bit of halo you can see. I had a mystery skein of mohair, and I didn't even know how much I had.
Did you hold it together?
So I held them together, but it was like literally a thread with mohair coming off of it, and not
so cool.
Not as thick as Kid Silk Haze, not as much mohair as Kid Silk
like lace
Haze,
weight?
Oh, it was beyond lace weight. I mean, literally a thread. It was thread weight. Like it was literally a thread. You can't even tell it's in here. You have the most
interesting yarn.
I have weird random stuff.
You do. I love it.
I know. So I carried that, and I did a few extra repeats or rows. I carried it just to the lace part.
Oh.
Because I wasn't sure how the mohair would work in the lace. Oh, and you can see the one place that I had a drop stitch.
Oh, no.
It went as soon as I finished binding off. Of course, it's right in the middle.
Whatever.
Whatever.
And now it's on the show.
Yes. So I just tacked it behind with another piece. So it's not quite white. It's definitely a cream color. And the mohair only goes till here, and then it's just the Spud and Chloe. I used 2 skeins of the Spud and Chloe Fine and the mystery yarn.
It's gorgeous.
I really like it. At first, I was thinking that I had done it a disservice by done the pattern a disservice by not using a speckled or a variegated, because it really is a great way to show off one skein of a pretty yarn.
I did mine in a solid. It was for my mother-in-law. I was in a solid red.
Yeah, and
I loved it.
But I love it, and it has
cute.
a little vintagey, like Little House on the Prairie kind of feel.
Well, it looks awesome with your denim too.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Why I think that.
Little denim dress action.
But I love it. I think
I love it.
Fun.
Yeah.
And
it looks good.
And I will definitely get some use out of it.
I should make it again for myself.
I really liked knitting it.
I did too.
And I could see making it again if I find another like awesome skein of yarn that needs some stockinette to show off the different colors.
Okay, let's talk about it when I do trophies, because I have a trophy that might work.
Yeah. So I want to do it again with the variegated.
Yeah, I don't think I realized.
Patterns.
I don't think I realized. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's true though. It would be perfect.
It would be perfect.
Because it's just holes. It's not. Mm-hmm. But I'm so bad about thinking I need the biggest shawl ever.
Right.
And so I intended that one for my mother-in-law, but when I got it done, I was like, oh, this is too small for me.
Well, and I felt like this was tiny too. I mean,
you did add
fine,
length,
and then not that much, only like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 rows before I ran out of the mohair. And I did not add any picot or any more lace repeats. I probably could have done one more lace repeat, but I would have been playing some major yarn
it's
chicken.
not worth it.
And I didn't feel like it.
It's not worth the stress.
Right.
Okay.
So, so it is, I thought it was pretty small, but it does block out a little bit. And
yeah, that's true.
And I like this size. This size is good because, again, we live in Texas. Don't need to.
Well, my mother-in-law, who I gave mine to, lives in Florida, which is even worse. It is humid.
I have another one, but you go next.
And it looks amazing. Oh, because this counts as a slade?
Yes, it's a slade.
Okay, but first, I need to tell you about a project that did not survive from last podcast.
Oh, no.
And so these are our fails, which we're calling the one that got away. My green strip from my deconstructed cowl. I had done that linen chevron pattern. I had about this much of it done. And I said it was killing me. Mm-hmm. And it did kill me. I'm dead. I'm talking to you from beyond. No, I absolutely hated it. And it got frogged. And I'm not even using that yarn. I didn't love the color. It was a green, dark green, and that's not really, I don't wear that. So, didn't love the color, hated the pattern. It was gorgeous. Hated knitting it, and I could not see myself doing 40 inches of it. And I just said, life's too short. Mm-hmm. And I'm already doing 7 other strips. And so...
Not doing one isn't gonna break
and it was
my
least favorite, and so I just frogged it. The yarn went back in my stash, and it'll, like, become a hat or something for my daughter.
Doesn't it feel so good to make that decision, though?
I felt... so much better.
Yes, like total relief.
I was never going to get it done.
Decided not to let this thing hang over you, that you got to get it done.
Life's too short. It's kind of like, and I'm an avid reader, and life is too short. If you don't like a book and you're 100 pages, stop reading it. Read something else.
Unless it's for book club, then you kind of got to keep
going. My book club folded, so it's just for me.
Because y'all stopped reading.
No, I didn't. I'm the only one who ever read the book. They stopped meeting, so I don't have a book club anymore. But anyway, so that's one that got away. I no longer have a jade green linen chevron strip in my deconstructed cowl. But my slade object is, and I have... Okay, so I finished the black strip, which again, it's just a black hole. You cannot see it. But it's got slipped stitches.
It does have texture.
It has a really nice, it's just slipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of slipped stitches the whole way. And it's called slip garter. So it's garter stitches and then these 5 slip stitches all the way down. It's gorgeous. I wish...
it does look good.
I don't know how I would get you to see that. Anyway, what I did is I found a scarf at Target that I thought...
It does
would be good for several of the strips. And so that way I could show you guys. And this is literally because I don't have buttons yet, so they're binder clipped on.
It works.
Because I'm classy.
At least they're gold and they color coordinate.
They're kind of cute, right? So this is what, because a lot of people are like, I don't get it. This is what it's gonna look like.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that braided or twisted?
I just kind of twisted it throughout.
It looks good.
And so this is one that I already had done, and I think it looks great.
I like the marriage of the textures between the fabric and the knitting.
I don't think I'll ever wear it without fabric. I don't think I'll ever just twist the mini scarves together and wear it. I think I'll always just have one or two on a fabric scarf. And then that brings me to my other, and this is these scarves are kind of trophies, but I found this scarf, this black and white, in the dollar spot. What? At Target, because the red scarf did not look good on the floral.
Oh, right, no.
So,
and that looks really good together.
This was $3, this scarf. And there's another binder clip. Whatever. And obviously, you would probably want another.
Oh,
like when I get the white one done, if I wind the white one through. How cute, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't that fun?
Okay, that makes it fun. I should have seen those before I decided not to do it.
I tried showing you guys pictures of them woven into scarves, and then everyone was just like, I don't want to do it.
I know.
Told you the joke would be on you. So that's my FO, is the black strip. Woohoo!
Oh, the green and the red aren't finished?
Well, they're finished.
Oh, they were finished.
They were
last
already.
time.
Yeah, they were
That's
already
right.
done.
That's right. So, have you started the other strips?
I have. I'll do those in whips.
Okay.
Do you have another? You have another FO, right?
I have another FO.
Oh
but so
God.
do you.
Yeah, we can do my. Yeah.
Okay. So my FO.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
Remember the bath mat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was at this much. I had maybe 4 or 5 inches. Where's the camera? From that stitch marker down that way, was how much I had done.
Yeah, it was just a strip.
I went nuts, y'all. I did
So cool!
all 8 of them.
Oh my gosh. This is like a rug.
It's a bath mat.
Yeah, but it's bigger than my bath mat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's awesome because our bathroom, it's going to go outside of the master shower, and it's a big open space. And so we need a bigger bath mat. And, but I had so much fun crocheting this. It was super easy, lots of fun, and just flew.
It's so cool.
And
I
feels
love
good.
the texture.
It's good and squishy. I mean, when you step on it,
it
it feels
is.
good.
Wow.
It's huge. And
crochet is amazing.
Like
I wish I
now-
knew how to do it.
Right? I mean, look at that texture. It's just so cute.
I mean, they would sell that
love
at
it.
Target.
Yes, they would. I love it. Now, it was Lion Brand homespun or wool spun. Don't love the yarn. It feels good, and it'll be really good for this purpose. It's super splitty. It's like 15 strands plied together in a very loose ply. And
that's
so,
probably easier to crochet than knit, though, right? I've heard.
Maybe. I don't know. Because when I would go in, I was constantly like splitting off 2 of those strands, and
Well, I've heard that the splitty yarn crochets easier than knitting. I would not know, obviously, because I
you
can't
don't crochet. But I'm now kind of obsessed with this pattern, and I might make 2 more.
Your bath mat is gorgeous, and I'm super jelly.
Thank you. And I might actually make 2 more because I need a rug at my back garage door coming into the house to wipe your feet on, and just put like a rubber thing underneath.
Have you ever done it with like t-shirt yarn? Because I think those are like.
I did think about making a rag rug, those like oval ones, the braided rag rugs.
Talk about Little House on the Prairie.
Well, yes.
I love it.
I know, but I grew up in a family, like my grandparents, they never got rid of anything, so they had rag rugs everywhere. But, so I thought about doing that, but then I looked at how you need to do it, and it just takes so much time to make that.
You're like, that would not be as fun.
No. And then it's not even that. Like, I could cut strips and I could braid them, but I don't want to sit there and hand sew the whole coil around and around and around.
Like crocheting t-shirt yarn.
Maybe.
Because they sell t-shirt yarn that you don't have to rip up. And
That's true. Is
I
it
don't know.
as inexpensive as wool spun? Probably not.
I would not know.
So I definitely need another.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
I would have if you would have said I'm crocheting a bath mat,
Yeah,
I would have been
right?
like, great.
I know. Why?
But it's very cool, and I really kind of want one.
Yeah. I love it.
Dang
I love
it.
it. I'm super
Don't make me
excited.
crochet.
And it came out rectangular. Like I didn't
That's pretty impressive.
mess it up, and it's
That's
not all
pretty
wavy.
impressive.
So yes, I'm very happy about that. That's my last.
It's gorgeous.
Slade.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I have one last one,
Yay.
and you saw it last week. My Pippi sock. Except now, there's two.
They're so.
They are
cute.
almost perfect matches. The only, and it's totally not the yarn's fault. I did not.
I can't even see it.
It's there's a blip right there of the light green, and then this one's only dark, and then that's the only spot though.
How did that happen? Did you use a different heel?
I used a Sally Was Distracted heel,
Oh.
and I didn't do enough decreases at first, and then I realized it about right here, and I'm like, I'm not ripping it out because this was no, and it was late at night, and so they fit whatever. It's just a little blip. Now I know which one I made second. But what's funny, this is how much her yarn matches. Look at this.
That's pretty impressive.
So I finished the first one, and I was like, oh man, I got a little bit of green on my bind off right there. I was like, dang it, the second one matches perfectly. Look at that.
That's amazing.
I love mustache, but I was like, oh, but the second one, I mean, like if you're gonna have a boo-boo, at least they match, you know.
Right.
But I just could not believe it actually did. I mean, it's within like
Oh yeah.
it's within
maybe
like
10
3
stitches.
Yeah, like it's crazy. So anyway, I love them. This is the vanilla bean pattern. It's just basically a vanilla sock with slip stitches at the color changes. Super easy. I did the Kirby Werby afterthought cutting technique and the Susan B. Anderson smooth operator every time. And I love her. But Susan B. Anderson smooth operator heel. And what's funny is Kirby Werby in her video, she has the same thing.
Oh,
Where it bled, not bled, but
the next
she was
color.
binding off, and she goes, "Isn't that a kick in the pants?" Like, I love her. She has like even a more southern accent than we do, and like or than I do. You
Right.
don't. But
my friends in the north think I do.
I didn't think I did until I saw myself on my podcast, and I was like, "Whoa, she's from Texas." I thought I had really cultivated like a non-accent, but no.
Yeah. Just
So
compared
anyway.
to a lot of other people.
Yeah. Compared to like where I grew up.
Right.
Anyway, that's my FO.
That's our
Slade. So
Yay.
what are you working on? What are you whip cracking?
Okay, so whip cracking. I'll do my mustache first. So I started on hand warmers for my son. These are the ones. This is the TARDIS colorway that he picked out at DFW Fiber Fest.
He's so lucky.
I love knitting this. I love the colors.
Yeah.
I now judge how long things are based on how many stripes they are. So we were at I was watching a soccer game, one of their soccer games, and it was a 3-stripe game. Baseball
You
game
should be
is
a
like
sock
a 5-stripe
knitter.
game.
You should be a sock knitter.
No. I won't.
You
no.
should, but it's the same thing.
It
Like,
is.
just one more stripe. Like
Hand
it's-
warmers. I'm good with hand warmers.
All right, fine.
So all I did was I cast on. I have size 2 needles, and I cast on 56 stitches and knit in the round, and
That's cool.
then split for the thumb, and have been knitting back and forth flat. And I'll go a couple more rounds because it's just now at the base of my thumb. And I'm making them to fit me because I know that he will outgrow them at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't want him in a closet. So when he outgrows them, I get to keep them.
Oh, so cool.
I know.
That's
And
really pretty.
He tried on the ones at DFW Fiber Fest that they had they had just knit them up in the booth to show the stitch pattern or the stripe pattern. So he tried them on, and they fit him just fine. They were loose-ish, but they weren't going to fall off.
Yeah.
And they were comfortable, and he can slide them up his arm. So I started that, and this is going to be it's in my purse at all times.
Yes.
Knitting, because it's small, it's one ball. I even had
since you don't knit socks.
Exactly.
The rest of us have socks in our bag at all times.
So I even had it in the pocket of my dress yesterday when I was working at the book fair.
Nice.
Because I'm like, well,
why not?
Can get a few stitches in while I wait for somebody else to come up and check out. So,
well, you're the one who got me knitting at Red Light.
Oh yes, I knit. Yes, I'm telling you guys.
If it wasn't for insomnia and knitting at red lights, I would not have won the around your neck cowl.
Right?
It's genius.
I'm telling you,
for something
can
that's
get
just
so much done at a red light.
Just like, even if it's just 10 stitches, that's 10 less stitches you have to do later.
Yeah. Yeah. And they all add up. And I also don't get so annoyed when people don't start driving because they're texting instead of watching the light.
Around here, you get stopped by the train all the time.
Oh, yes.
So I have knit so much waiting for the train.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Waiting for the train. You're wearing waiting for rain.
Waiting for train. Oh, I'm going to design a new one that's like train tracks. Not gonna do that.
And it's super easy. Like if it's, I don't do it with complicated projects.
No. Just garter or stockinette.
And even like I knit Spindrift there because you're only increasing at the edges, and so I'd have a lot of space where I was just doing stockinette.
And even if you're not planning on knitting at red lights, keep your knitting in the front seat because I got stuck in 6 hours of traffic coming home to the lake house in Indiana from Chicago last summer. After I dropped my husband off at the airport, I was going back to my in-laws' lake house. 6 hours of traffic. 2 hours of it, I was going like 1 mile an hour and then stopping.
And you can drive with your knees and knit at the same time. 1 mile an hour. It's okay.
I'm not going to say that.
We claim no liability.
I just got a speeding ticket on Monday.
Oh, no.
So I would never admit on camera that I'm going to drive with my knees because I'm super like, I got a speeding ticket.
Oh. Was it a school zone?
No. I would never in a school zone. It was just a stupidly low speed limit in this area. Like, there's no reason for it to be 30.
Oh, yes.
And I was going like 42.
Oh,
and I was talking.
Close.
I know. I was talking to Nolan. We were jamming to some Garth Brooks, and he was talking about school, and I was just. It was Monday morning. I don't know. I was really ticked.
Oh, that stinks.
Because my husband gets a warning, and
no way.
He has gotten one ticket in his entire life.
What's he doing to get out of them?
He's just.
He needs to share.
A dude, and so they just go, "It's cool, dude."
No, that's not true. Usually women can get out of it.
Cute ones.
You're cute.
Yeah, I've gotten a warning one time in my life, and it was because I was like 21, had my shirt cut down to here, and I was skinny, and yes, I got a warning. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, we digress.
We can edit that if we need to, but yes. Anyway, I knit probably like 30 rows on my 3-color cashmere shawl. Again, around your neck cowl last year.
Yeah.
In that traffic.
Yeah.
I was so happy it was not in the back of my car. I was just like, oh, okay.
Though at that point you probably could have stopped. And
Probably
out.
could have. I'm like, hey, could someone just honk if yeah. So yeah.
Keep it
in
with
the
you
front
all the
seat.
time. Yes, and bring it with you all the time. I mean, how many times have I stood in the checkout line behind the slowest person
Writing a
and
check.
been so tempted to go to the next counter or the next, grocery checker.
Yeah.
And I never make the right choice.
No.
So now I've decided just stay where I am, pull up my knitting, get a few stitches in.
Yes.
Because it's all just a stitch at a time.
And it adds up.
Yeah, it does.
You're the one who taught me that.
Yeah. So then my other whip that I have this week.
Oh wait, we haven't started whips.
Oh, we haven't? Yeah, we did.
That's
mustache.
Sorry. That was like 20 minutes ago.
I know,
I've been talking about traffic since then and like speeding.
So I cast on.
What is that?
So this is.
Oh my gosh!
It's the most amazing stitch. It's called the herringbone cowl.
Yes.
Yes, from Pearl Soho.
Yes.
It's a free pattern.
Look at that yarn, though.
The yarn is so much better knit up than in the hank.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'll show you the hank. So here's the hank. It's Araucania Asen. And it looks like this in the hank.
It's pretty.
Which is pretty.
Yeah, but it is better.
It's so much better. Let me see if I can get to focus there. It's so much better knit up.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, but it is stunning.
It's really neat.
This
knit
is
up.
one of
And
those.
look, it's pooling. I'm kind of surprised with all the texture that's in it. But see how it's kind of making
I
that?
like it, though.
Yeah. And then also look at the back. This is the wrong side.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
And that even looks like a pattern.
That's awesome, because
Yeah.
then if you twist it wrong,
Right.
it's going to look okay. It might look even better if it's kind
Right.
of like right and wrong showing. 'Cause
Exactly.
This is one that it's in a big loop, and then you...
Yes, it's 220 stitches, and I'm using giant needles.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm switching back and forth from tiny needles and tiny yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny needles and tiny yarn.
Yeah, give yourself a
To
break.
giant needles and giant yarn.
What size are those?
And they were 15.
15s.
Yeah, they're 15s. And the herringbone I definitely have to look at. It's not a difficult stitch whatsoever. But
Yeah.
it's like you knit two together and then only take one of the loops off. And so you have to
Yeah, you
keep
have
your
to look
eye
at
on it
it.
to make sure you're
And
only
that-
taking one off.
A single
Mhm.
ply can split.
It
So
is, yes, because it is
yeah.
a single ply and it does split
chunky single ply, I have to look at it, because
Yeah.
otherwise, no.
to make sure.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yes, I'm super excited. I'm halfway through the first ball, and I have 3
Wow.
balls. I technically don't know that I would need all 3, but I am.
Is that for you? Or can
It's
you
one
not
of
say?
those. No,
Oh.
I can't. It's one of those. I have to have something on the needles. So
Well, yeah.
I have enough stash that I have some projects that I'm like, sure, it's for me. But if if I'm wearing it and somebody compliments me on it
Okay.
and loves it,
Make
then
a note, compliment that.
Right.
That's gonna be mine. No, I'm just kidding. It's
Right.
really, really pretty.
Then I'll give it to him because I mean, Lord knows
Yeah.
I have enough, and
I know.
it's really hard to gift knitting to people.
It is.
Because you don't know if they're going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
You don't know if they even like those colors. I mean,
Right. Or gonna take care of it.
exactly. And
Felt it.
you do have to let go. Like if
I know,
if
it's
there's something
hard
you gotta let
though.
go. So that's why like these projects, I'm just kind of like,
Whatever.
yeah, I'm just making it.
It might
'cause
be for me. It
It's
might
interesting, right? But I have to tell you, so I normally wind things in a cake because I have a
Oh, right.
Swift and a ball winder, but this is in a ball because
Did you have a fail?
no.
Oh.
I'm picturing what was going on.
Oh no.
So Saturday was Cade's half birthday, which means he's 7.5 on that day. And so we don't do a big deal, but like they get to choose what they want for dinner or if
Okay.
we're gonna go out or
Makes
so yeah. So it was 5:00 and we were like, Cade, where do you want to go for dinner? So he wanted to go to Cane's, and normally I'm like, but not fast food. I don't want fast food.
Right.
But it was his half birthday, so pick wherever you want, including fast food. So he picked Cane's. So we went to Cane's, and I had just like 5 minutes before decided to hibernate a project until I talked to Sally. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I had to bring something because I wasn't going to eat, and I can't just sit there. Come on, that's insane.
Sit there and talk to your family? Ew.
What?
No.
I only talk to them.
I
I
know.
have done it.
I know. I actually pay better attention if I'm knitting,
Right.
so I feel you.
So I had this all ready, needles, pattern, yarn, all in a bag. And and I love it. I didn't even plan this. I have it in
Oh my
my Pearl
gosh.
Soho bag.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Isn't that crazy?
They have the best free patterns.
They do, and in like the herringbone stitch, they do all kinds of photo tutorials during it. They show you exactly what it should look like, and it's free stuff. So
It's amazing.
It's awesome. So
you grabbed the hank.
I grabbed the bag, which
Yes.
had all the yarn in it, and I hadn't scanned it up yet because I don't scan it
Right.
until I'm about to make it.
Yeah.
So we get there, and I'm like, oh,
Dang it.
man.
Somebody hold out your hands.
Yes. So my husband
Had to do the.
He did that in canes. And at one point, he got up and started walking further and further away from me, and so he was like halfway across the.
It's not embarrassing at all. Thanks, honey.
I know.
Oh my God.
So, and it had been a really
That's
long
funny.
time since I'd had him hold yarn
Right.
to wind, so I could wind it. So it was just
funny.
It was funny. And then the boys, you cut off the pieces of yarn that hold it in a skein. So I cut those off, and actually I didn't even have scissors, but it's a single ply, so I was able to break it. So so they started playing with those, and
it was just a family affair.
It was, but it just Mark standing there with his pans and me.
I don't know if my husband would have done that. He would have been like, "Sucks to be you."
I do great.
I would have been trying to pay my kids, like, "Will you please just hold your?"
Right.
I wouldn't trust my littlest, but Amelia would do it.
Oh yeah, and she could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
cute.
That.
I love that.
Okay, show us yours.
What? My whips?
Your whips.
Okay.
Whip cracking.
Okay, so this one I'll show for 5 seconds because it's.
What?
It's like, you'll see.
Oh.
It's So that's my second sock.
It's so tiny.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna fit? Oh my God. Like, why even? But it's this one. It's the Mystic Spiral. And that's gorgeous.
Right.
How gorgeous.
That shows it off.
I'm a classy lady.
Right.
Okay, so it's that. So it's the little orange toe.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I kind of just like really wanted to finish my Pippi socks. And literally, I don't even think I've increased.
It's on the needles though.
There you go.
It counts.
It is a whip.
It counts.
In my amazing Suburban Stitcher bag. Okay, so since that one was so little and lame, I'm going to do another one really quick. Is that did you have?
I have one more,
Okay.
but we can do it last.
Okay. So, I don't think I had.
No, you hadn't.
Okay, I hadn't started this one. Okay, so I'm still doing strips for the deconstructed cowl. And this is my cornmeal colored one.
Ah.
And the pattern of this strip is garlic knots. Which you can kind of, or just garlic. Sorry. Nope. Just kidding. Just garlic. Garlic. Which I think
You picked the right color.
I know, right?
For it.
It is very garlicky, but technically it's called cornmeal. But it's just, there's the ribbing, and then
Very pretty.
this cable, just this little cable twist. And it's going good. It's super easy to memorize. It's totally memorized it. And my only struggle is not dropping my cable needle every 5 seconds. And then I had the white. I was about to cast it on and didn't get cast on. But it's going to be just an eyelet, like a V, just a V all the way down.
Oh, nice.
It's very pretty. So
Good
that's
for white.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be really pretty with the other strips. So that's...
Are those the last two?
No, I still have a gray. Okay, so I have red, teal, black. I have yellow on the needles. Red, teal, black, yellow. So there's 3 more. So I have white, gray.
You got rid of the green though.
Yeah, but there's 8 total.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing 7. I have a white, gray, I can't remember. Can't remember the other one. But anyway. So that's that. Do you have any more whips?
Just the one that I want to talk about before we go into the next. Yes. I mean, it's the one that I'm not sure about. I need Sally's advice on. Okay. So I showed this last time.
You showed the yarn.
I did. It was yellow last time. I was all the way down here. I mean, I've made some good progress this week on stuff.
It was just yellow. You're right.
Yes,
okay.
It was just,
I remember. I remember seeing the 2 yarns, but
yeah, there's my progress keeper. This is why I stopped knitting. I should have gotten to the end of the row so I can open it up. But I got to this. I got to the stripe, and I was so happy to have changed colors. Just thrilled. And it is a navy. But I think I made a mistake because I don't think I'm going to love those colors. And the reason I think that, I just figured this out this morning probably, because here's the...
And it's not
full
showing,
blue.
this is
more yellow.
It's kind of washed out.
Right.
It's brighter yellow in
It is a
person.
brighter yellow.
What? Trying to move the
There's
microphone.
blue. There, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
It's still more yellow than that.
It's more yellowy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, so in the pattern, it has a light blue and then the stripes are white. And I'm not
Okay.
I'll insert a picture here. But I want Sally to see.
Yeah.
So I think the mistake I made was that the body of it should have been dark and the stripes light.
Mm.
And so instead of it being light body and dark stripes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take it all the way back to where the stripe begins and get a white.
Yellow and white,
Mm-hmm.
and just do away with the navy.
Do away with the
I
navy.
think that would be gorgeous.
Because I think it's just unbalanced like
Because
this.
like
There's
if you
something
put your
right.
white, even a brighter white, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is a cream. So
Yeah.
yes, a brighter white with it would be better than this navy. I did it backwards, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I got that second stripe of yellow
When you
in there,
showed it, I was like,
I
"Oh, it's
don't think
pretty."
I love that.
Yeah. When you. But now that you
Yeah.
say that, I'm like, yeah. And
But
you
it-
know, I would love to tell you the opposite.
Keep going.
I would love to be like, it's fine, just go. But
Right. And I also, at first, I thought it was that the navy was showing up green,
oh, because of
the
reading
yellow?
the yellow.
but it's not that. It's that it's
It's
total color theory and
Yeah, it's too contrasted.
right. But it's too contrasted in the wrong way.
In the wrong way.
The blue needs to be the
Yes.
background, and the yellow needs to be the.
But I think
the
yellow and
foreground.
white could be very pretty.
I think it'll be pretty too,
and
I'll
you'll
wear
find
it.
a use for that navy.
yes. Oh yes, yes. Not worried about
This-
using.
This
would
is a
hate-
little sports teamy.
yes, and I don't have a sports team that is.
Me either. I'm like,
Yeah, and I mean, even as you get further along into the shawl, it's not sports teamy.
Yeah.
You know, like the stripes aren't sports teamy. Like,
Yeah,
this kind of
it's-
reminds
'cause
me
they
of Charlie
get-
Brown
they
right
do-
now, and you know,
It's so Charlie Brown.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
That's a bummer.
So it's not going away completely.
It's gorgeous.
I have almost a full skein of yarn knit in the yellow.
Well, I'm glad that you're not just like, I'm just going to rip it out
No.
and do navy with yellow.
No.
Because,
No. Why
Yeah.
would I get rid of all that work?
yeah, because it's very pretty.
That work is fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's very
So-
pretty, but yeah.
I know.
I
You agree?
I confirm your thoughts.
Yes.
Which
See,
is a bummer.
it is,
I
but-
don't want to.
But I would much rather figure it out here.
Yes.
Than after
I'm glad
I get,
that you
'cause-
have an option
Yeah.
of just ripping out
Just to
2
there.
inches.
Right. And not even. It's an inch
It's
and a half.
not even, yeah.
It's 4,
wish I
6,
had a white, but-
10. It's 12 rows.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
nothing.
it's not.
You can do that.
Right. And because the next, I stopped where I did because the next is more navy. It's a bigger section of navy.
Okay.
And I didn't want to do more.
No.
So,
I don't.
not if I was going to rip it out.
We love high contrast. You
I
and I
do.
both
I
like
love it.
bold. We love big, bold stripes, but
I just did that one
it's
backwards.
not, yeah.
If
a
it was
bummer.
navy and then yellow stripes,
Yeah, I think it would be much less sports teamy.
Right.
That's a word.
But when both skeins were together,
It was
they were gorgeous,
gorgeous,
together.
yeah.
Just skeins.
yeah, I totally
and-
see why you would put them together.
Right. So
I'm sorry.
I know. Thank you.
It's a bummer. It's a very pretty shawl. It's
Thank you.
if I haven't added it to my favorites, I need to. But I'm shawl queen.
Yeah, it is.
Do
It's
I?
It's
Yeah.
another one that I'm enjoying knitting, just like I enjoyed this. It's
It
a
looks
lot of
fun.
It's a lot of stockinette with some eyelets at the edges, and then you get to
Stripes, and then it starts going like this, right?
Then you have kind of chevron with some
Yeah, that needs to happen.
eyelets.
That needs to happen.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
Okay, so I have one more whip. And it is, I cast on, it's a new cast on. I cast on my Upward, which is from the Stripes collection by Jana Huck, and we kind of raved about it last time. They're all out now, and they're
They are amazing. I know.
if I was a designer, I would have designed that. Like, it's so Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm trying to find a good. Oh, you'll insert a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Upwards by Jana Huck. You can edit this out if you want. And I got tricked.
What do you mean?
I was tricked.
Oh.
Okay, Alan and I, we're like, a new stitch, whatever. We go to YouTube, we figure it out.
Right.
But a new technique, we would like to marinate on it.
Ooh.
We want to
Take a class.
We want to, you know. I got tricked into doing Intarsia.
Ooh.
I was like, what? This is what?
And that's the one thing that we've talked about. How, like, we haven't done this.
We haven't done it. And,
I know.
and I'm not scared, but
Uh-huh.
I literally cast on and then found out it was Intarsia. And I was like, and it's very simple, stupid, easy. I mean, beginner. It's perfect
Right.
beginners Intarsia.
I thought it was short rows.
I know.
Oh.
Or Fair Isle.
Right.
Nope. So these little blocks, these little white,
Oh.
they're Intarsia because look, my yarn does not go all the way.
Oh.
It's stupid easy. Like it's literally
Oh,
just
good.
look it up. It's this Intarsia is stupid easy. It's literally just like crossing your yarn correctly. Like it's,
Oh. Almost like Fair Isle where you're...
but I was like, look up the what video
locking
now.
it.
It said in the pattern, like, and watch this video for the Intarsia. And I was like, excuse me? To bring a quote back from last week, but for why? What? I had no idea. I had even looked because I know that she had said in the description of the collection, like, there'll be some Intarsia. And I was like, oh, well, I'll leave those for the last. And I had even looked, and this, I don't think it listed Intarsia as a skill you needed, but it's because
Or
it's,
a tag on Ravelry.
because that's what I was looking at, the tags. It's really easy. So don't be scared. So it goes like this, I think. No. It's kind of hard to
Who knows at this
so
point, right?
so I'm going this way and
Ah.
it's gonna this is like the
The
point.
point.
It's really, I keep turning it over and going, how does this become a shawl? And so it's like this, right?
The colors are great.
It's super bright,
Uh-huh.
raspberry. I mean, that
Is
pink.
the pink variegated or solid?
It's all
It's
tonal,
the-
very
oh,
light,
okay.
very subtle tonal.
Because the garter ridges are making shadows, so it's giving it
Yeah.
texture.
It has
Yeah.
a few stockinette and then a couple of garter,
Uh-huh.
and so it really has a good. And then I did get my half skein. Did I show this?
No, you hadn't
It's
gotten
my
it
half
yet. You ordered
skein
it.
from Stunning Skein.
It's so cute.
Thanks, Stunning Skein. Oh God, I wish everyone offered a half skein because it's like bigger than a mini. And
It's
then
almost like for a
this
kit.
is going to be my third, that navy from all Stunning String, all three colors.
So
I showed
pretty.
it last time.
That's a
but-
great navy.
So I'll gotta do just keep doing what I'm doing for a little bit, and then I'll do a navy block.
Isn't it
with
so
white.
fun when you get another color in there?
Yes.
Oh, it's the best.
Yes. So I'm pretty excited, and it's in my amazing bag from Suburban Stitcher. And yeah, so it's just the early stages because I had to watch a video, and I was like, I'm just used to just casting on a shawl and just growing
Following
for a
the
little bit, and I was like,
instructions,
oh, I mean, it was the first
Right.
3 rows. All of a sudden, I had to learn Intarsia, and I was like, But it's literally just making sure your yarns are crossed over on one side, and then on the next time, you have to do this weird pick up stitch. You're kind of picking up the loop from the row before in the back. And it's not like Fair Isle. It's weird. It's cool though.
New skill! Yay!
Yeah, and so now I do want to take a class and
right.
learn how to really do it because I'm doing these little 5-stitch, 5x2
Right. Blocks.
squares. I would love to make, a
Like a
picture.
design, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I'm into it. But I was kind of like, oh, I had to learn Intarsia. So that is all of my whips.
Me too.
So
That's on
you
my
wanna-
whips.
Do you want to go on to trophies?
Yes, trophies.
Which we should be ashamed that we even have
No,
any
after the last episode.
after the last pig out. Don't
It
care.
was.
I'm not ashamed.
It was a binge. We yarn binged
know what?
last episode.
When you go to an event that is basically Etsy has thrown up in the marketplace, you
Yes, you buy.
think of what you're saving on shipping.
That's true. We saved a lot on shipping.
My neighbor made us these. Aren't they cute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. So who wants to go first on trophies? Do you want me
You
to?
go first.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is kind of a...
I guess I do have trophies. No, I don't have any trophies. I haven't bought anything.
Don't do that to me.
I know, but... You go.
Because I have a bunch.
Well, I had a ton last week. And I'll have more next time.
I did too. Okay.
Because I'm going to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Well, you do have... Oh, yeah. She's going to Maryland Sheep and Wool. This will air after, though, won't it?
Probably. Unless I can get it edited over
Maybe
the
you
weekend.
saw her at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm sorry about the crinkling. But this is slightly yarn related, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so we have a local, yes, you do know her. She's the one
I
who,
do.
yes. We took a brioche class
Oh, yes.
at West 7th Wool last fall,
Uh-huh.
and Jen was the teacher, and she has an
Ah.
Etsy shop.
She's great.
She
She's a great
is.
teacher.
Oh my gosh. You need to follow her on Instagram.
Mm.
Mommy Sew, SEW. She is a like master quilter.
Oh.
Like covers of magazines.
Wow.
She's amazing, and she can do everything in knitting.
Right. That's a lot of skills.
Oh, she's amazing. So that's her card, and we'll link her. So teacher appreciation is this week,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, what do I don't want to do
Yeah.
coffee. You know, they don't need coffee mugs. They don't
Candy.
I usually do gift cards, but I was kind
Mhm.
of like, I just wanted something different. So I happened upon, she actually posted on Instagram, like, need a teacher appreciation.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I do. And so I got these.
That's adorable.
Isn't that cute?
And is it just a little pouch?
It's a,
oh, it's a
it's a
pouch.
snack, like a
Right.
reusable sandwich bag or
Uh-huh.
snack bag.
Cute.
And is this fabric not adorable?
Yes, that's
So
adorable.
I bought two, but one of them's already been given because I volunteer at my daughter's school library. I actually just came from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave the librarian one because the librarian gets forgotten, you guys.
All the time.
And
Specials teachers get
She's
forgotten.
just as important. And so
Counselors.
I gave the bag, and then I just put a little notepad
Cute.
and a chocolate and some nut, like trail mix. And you know what? She was thrilled. She
It's
was thrilled.
adorable.
And then you can use the bag for snacks or a sandwich or whatever, and you don't
Right.
use up all your Ziplocs. So she made that, and now I'm excited that I'm showing it because now I can finally put my keys on it. I got a keychain.
Oh, it's your
fob,
colors.
and it's feathers.
Cute.
And then I got
I
got
love those.
Amelia
Those stripes.
a ponytail hole, like you just put your ponytail
Yeah.
up and then you have a bow.
I love those stripes.
Isn't that
The
cute?
colors.
Chevron rainbow,
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous.
I love stripes.
Yep. Oh, and I got you a notepad too.
Aww. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I had to get two, and I was like, oh, I'm going to see Ellen.
Aw,
So I gave you
thanks. So pretty.
no big.
So pretty.
So anyway, so it's slightly knit related because she is a knitter and a knitting instructor, and
And she's on
she's
Etsy.
local to us.
Yes.
She teaches at West 7th Wool, which is that yarn shop that we kind of went overboard gushing about
Last week.
So
Our new local.
anyway, what do you have? I have more
Nothing.
stuff. Oh,
Keep going.
okay. Oh, okay. So this next one's kind of a tease because you can't get one. No one can get one. Because I work very closely with the designer, and she pretty much only makes stuff for me because I'm her mommy.
Aww.
So Amelia is obsessed with Rainbow Loom right now and made me a fishtail in my colors. This is custom made, you guys.
Adorable.
I know you're jealous. She's made one for literally every person she's seen in the last 2 weeks. Like little girl at brother's baseball game. She's like, "What's your favorite color?" Okay, but she literally made it.
Keeps her entertained during
She
the
made
game.
2 bracelets for that little
Right.
girl during the
Yeah.
30-minute game. Anyway,
Nice.
so she wanted me to show it.
Very cute.
Okay, now
Nice job, Amelia.
you really are gonna.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
Because I didn't tell
I
you
know
that.
you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you that I ordered this because you're gonna be jealous.
I
But
know.
it's
Suburban
Stitcher yarn.
I know, I haven't bought it
This is
yet.
my first skein of her yarn. I have 20,000 bags, but look at it.
I love it. Floral bouquet.
Floral.
Oh, I love getting to
bouquet.
see it in person.
It's stunning.
It has little dots of red.
Yes, I
and
love.
purple.
There's even some black.
That's adorable. See, that would be great for the Spindrift. Is that what you were?
Yep.
Yes, it would be wonderful because even the example, in the pattern, the sample that she made up for the pattern
And I love how
is
it's
very
white.
similar to this.
I love the white.
Yeah.
Or light
It's
gray.
beautiful.
I was like, I have to.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very
We love
nice.
her.
What's the base?
Sock.
The merino
75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. 460 yards.
That's nice. It's almost like a light fingering.
Yeah, I bet it technically is.
Uh-huh.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Very gorgeous, Diane. Love it.
It's so her, right?
Mhm.
Anyway, I was like, Alan's gonna be mad at me.
I got a surprise. I'm not mad. I'm
No,
happy
but
for
like,
you.
but like, oh,
I'm happy I got to touch and feel it.
It's really soft.
It really is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's almost like black or navy.
Yeah.
And then purple and red. Oh, gorgeous.
I couldn't tell what.
Gorgeous,
It's
gorgeous.
really, yeah. I love the flecks of black and or whatever. I think it's black.
Right.
I love it. Okay, and then so my last one.
Yes. And
Is-
then this will kind of take us into my trophies
Yeah.
that I didn't talk about from last week.
Yeah. I have,
But it's
I have
nothing-
one of those too, but
But it's nothing that arrived to my house this week. Like, nothing new came in.
trying to make me feel bad. Okay. So I'm sure you've seen Hohi has a mystery knit along happening. Starting Point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's a 5-skein mystery, which is rough. It's very scary to me. 3 is like my limit. But
But why? Like, why would... Because it's a big commitment.
yes, it's just
of
the commitment
resources?
of like,
Right.
what if I don't like it?
Right. Well, that's the way I am about mystery knit-alongs in the first place. Like, what if I don't like it? And
Yeah.
then I saw this, and I was like, oh, but I love every single one of her designs.
Hohi's
So,
pretty amazing, and I trust her just like I trust Helen, who did this one.
Yes.
And she did that snow melt. Loved.
Yeah.
So I was feeling a little better about mysteries because of the snow melt, and then I saw this yarn, and I was like, okay, I still wouldn't commit. I was like, I'm gonna buy the yarn because I want it. Because I want it, even if I split up the skeins, I want that yarn. And so I finally said,
And I had committed at this point.
You're
Like,
totally
I had
committed.
Picked out
You're
my
all
yarn
in.
from my stash, like bought the pattern.
I did buy the pattern, and still said I might not knit it.
She's still saying she might not knit it. I won't believe you'll knit it until you cast it on.
I'm gonna start.
You're gonna start.
I'm
Okay.
gonna cast it on, and then I have every right to not. It's just a rectangle kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, I'm not a
Anyway.
rectangle fan either. I never pick a
But we
rectangle
trust
to knit.
Hohi.
Right. If anybody's gonna make a rectangle shawl look
Yeah.
awesome, it's
gonna
Hohi
be her.
Locatelli.
Yeah. And I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just have a mental block about it. But anyway, how stinking pretty.
So pretty.
Anything's gonna look good in this.
I know. So
Is that not
nice.
gorgeous?
Look at that.
Oh, it's so like romantic.
It is.
So here's the label. Yoshi and Lucy.
And I had never heard of them before.
I had never heard of them. I obviously had never bought from them. They're on Etsy. This is the Isabel base. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, just like the... And theirs is $463. So it's the same as Diane's yarn. But I'll just... Whoop, whoop. It's so cute, right?
But you saw it on Hohi's Instagram
I think Hohi was sharing... Again, Instagram takes all my monies. I saw it. I think Hohi shared it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man. And I think they call it... This collection is called, like, Peach Tea or something. No. Georgia Peach.
Georgia Peach.
Because I think this is...
I love the speckle on that.
Yeah.
Like it's not
It's
an
very,
overwhelming
very
speckle.
subtle. Yeah.
Right.
But it's so pretty.
Yeah.
So, and I love peach color and coral color. I know it's not your favorite, but I'm really into pinks and corals and grays. And I think it's so...
But these two are pink. That's coral. And then you have the two grays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
I really... And even this one has
Yeah, that's a tonal.
This is called Twitter Painted
Oh.
from Bambi.
Oh.
I didn't even notice that.
Adorable. And it does have.
It has some slight,
almost purple.
Yeah.
Or lavender.
yeah.
Yeah, pink.
Man, I mean, this
Very
will not
pretty.
be my last order from these people. Well, now I have to read all the names. This is Aloha,
Yes.
which is very corally.
Mhm.
Twitter Painted, Georgia Peach. This is Vortex. Love a good gray. And this is Fog.
Oh, yes.
Which is appropriate for today.
Yeah.
So gross outside. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
that was like my big splurge.
So those are her Hohi mystery
Yes.
long yarns. I will show you,
You-
mine.
You got from Stash though, right?
I
Which I'm
did.
so jealous. But
But that meant I had to purge a little.
yeah.
And this is a bag I made.
It's cute.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay, so
I'm
the
excited.
beginning yarn that got the collection going is the Spun Right Round. I just love these colors. I bought it last year in Wisconsin when I was on a girls trip, and just
Oh my god.
had to have the skein, all the different colors, and love it. So
Shock Star.
Shock Star. Yep.
Shut up.
I know. Look at that. I mean, I love that. Like, I love color.
it.
You can't tell by my outfit today, but I love
Yeah.
color. So I have this as the main, like, I don't know where it'll fall in A, B,
Right.
C, D, or E.
But she always showed in her suggestions there was always one,
one, like, variegated.
and I don't really
color.
have that, but I'm
Well, you
okay.
have the speckle.
Yeah, it's speckled.
Yeah.
A little.
So then,
That is cool. So you built around that one?
yes, so I built around this one. I stole this one from, you saw it last week. It's Lost
Okay.
City Knits.
It almost looks like my
Yes, your string.
yeah,
your
stunning string.
I stole it from the 3 that I was going to do the upwards with.
Oh right.
So
That's
now
okay.
I need another color to go with that. And then this
Woo.
I had in my stash is another yellow.
That is yellow.
It is yellow.
It's way brighter in
It's
real
not
life.
showing up there.
It's like buttery on the screen, and
Yeah.
it is not.
It is like almost fluorescent
Highlighter.
orange
That
or
is-
yellow. It's closer to
But
this
it's
color here.
It's
that
perfect
yellow.
with that though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Then this I bought in Washington D.C. last year. It's
That's
Madeline
fabulous.
Tosh, Tosh Merino Light in jade, SS jade.
It looks a lot like Toxic. No. Anyway,
It reminds me of money.
I've had almost that. Oh, it's green. Okay,
It's
it is
green.
green. I had one that was
Yeah.
black. So that was the
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm. I know that one.
and I used it already, but
So it's like a
Very
cream
pretty.
with these green speckles.
that's cool.
And it just, we bought it in DC. Can't remember the name of the store. It was an awesome store. And they had just gotten their huge shipment of Merino, of Madeline Tosh. So they had laid it all out and they let me dig
Score.
through boxes
That's
to see what else
really
they
pretty.
had.
You don't see a lot of like jade. You know, it's always black or gray.
Right.
Or that's really
Right.
interesting. Okay.
So, so that, and then the last one is this.
Is that gray?
It's Dirty Panther.
nice.
And I had bought it at DFW Fiberfest to go with a different yarn.
Okay.
But
I do that too.
I stole it from that.
Yeah.
So this is
That's really cool.
my.
That's amazing that
5-pack.
you had all the colors in this crazy
know.
skein. I love it.
I know. And I had been looking for something to go with this crazy
Yeah.
skein. And if I didn't have a shawl with 5
Yeah.
colors, I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
have been able to put all this
Mm-mm.
together. It had to be with 5 colors.
That's cool.
So I'm
That's
super
gonna be
excited.
fun.
I know, and I just
How
can't
different
wait.
are our choices?
I know, right?
Like, could not be more different. Mine's like
I know.
romantic.
I know.
And yours is like bam. And I love them both though.
Yeah.
That's my problem is I love
That's it.
it all.
Yeah.
I don't
I know.
have like a style except teal. Like
Right.
my-
You have a color.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my.
Oh, it's pretty, 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 pretty,
I
pretty.
know, and I cannot wait.
I know. And it
And-
starts like the 12th. Oh,
Yes,
we still have a ways.
because I'm starting another one this Friday.
And then we're starting another one 2 days
I know.
after the Hoagie one.
Oh, right, it is. You're right. Okay, so do you
Which
have
is
other trophies?
no.
Okay, because I will show. So once I finally, I mean, I haven't officially lost my mystery knit along virginity because I haven't cast it on yet. But I have the yarn ready for it. I've bought the pattern. I need to get
So
needles.
you've literally never done one?
I have never done a mystery knit along.
I thought you
No.
just had a bad experience.
No,
That's
never done it. Because why would I? I need to know what the product's going to be.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
so I never did.
Okay.
So then, like, 4 days after I decided, okay, I'm doing the Joji one, the designer that created the Shisui shrug that I'm doing, and I showed y'all last episode, Suzanne Summers, she goes by Sosu, S-O-S-U.
Suzanne Summers, like,
Yes, like from Three's
but not the
Company.
same. Okay. Like,
She's like 30 years younger.
I'm gonna knock on my door. Isn't that it?
Yes, it is.
That was
So, so it's a 3-color mystery knit along, and hers usually have brioche. Like I would say, all of her designs have brioche. This is her first mystery, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's her first. And she won't say if it has brioche or not.
Oh, she's really being mysterious.
Yes.
Oh, I kind of like it.
Yes. So,
Wow.
but hers usually do, or like she's kind of known for her brioche pattern.
She's a brioche person.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's some in there, and I'm okay if there's not. I love, like, 90% of her patterns I think are just incredible.
That's important with a mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because, I want to like what I'm making.
Yeah.
So I went stash diving. Now, I've already caked these up because I
Cool.
need to be ready to knit on Friday when the pattern comes out.
Okay, so in 2 days, literally.
In 2 days,
Oh, wow.
yes. The pattern, the first clue comes Friday, and
I love it.
she was so responsive. I posted my yarns in the Ravelry thread, and because I didn't know which one should be A, B, and C, and I'm traveling for Maryland Sheep and Wool,
Right.
so I need to bring the right yarn with me.
Right.
I'll still bring all 3, but I wanted to make sure which one I should start
Right.
with. So
This one's not showing up correctly.
yeah, this gray, the dark gray.
Yeah, it's a lot darker.
Yeah, it's
tonal, and
it's
I think
tonal, but it's
I think the
much
tonal
more,
pieces are
yeah.
blowing out. It's not. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
So they're all 3 Madtosh. This is the sock one, and this is Pigeon. Is the colorway.
Okay.
This is Farmhouse White.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yes.
White.
But it's very gray.
It is. I think that's
It's
why I like
very
it.
gray.
I've used that in multiple. It's a good.
Mhm.
It's a good color.
Yeah.
It's a good natural color.
And then
Oh,
this
it's so
is
cool.
Beach Bonfire.
I think so.
And I have had the hardest time with this yarn, figuring out what to put with it so that it's not just black and pink. And it is very bright
Yeah,
pink.
Trying to. It's extremely bright.
Yeah.
It's awesome with black flecks.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. Kind of.
better. So
It's beautiful, but I can see where you're like, what do I
Right.
do with it?
So what I've decided is that the first part, or the first 2 colors, A and B, are going to be the gray and the dark gray, the 2 grays, the black and the gray,
Mhm.
and then the pink is going to be the color C, which is the accent
pop.
color. Yes, the pop color. the
It
pop color.
pops.
It does. But I mean, I was even tempted
But
to
on
do
a mystery, it's hard to know
Right.
how much pop is pop.
So, because I was thinking about doing these 2 together and then popping the
That
white.
would, if there is brioche,
Right.
yeah.
Those would be good for brioche.
But
So,
whatever.
I know. So
You'll
we'll
probably
see.
like it. I'm sure you'll like it.
I'm sure I'll like it. So so that's what's
very
going
cool.
on the needles next.
Okay, so you're
So
doing
it's not trophies necessarily.
no, but so you're starting that this Friday.
But this Friday. Then a week
Next
later.
Friday is Joji's,
Yes.
and then 2 days later is the Wool Slayers Mother's Day.
Yeah. So I got to get some of the other stuff off the needles, or else I'll go insane.
Yeah. Well, you'll notice I've downsized my whips because I was like, I've got to finish.
Yes. Get those socks done.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand how Yarn Hoarder can have so many socks going at one time. I
Yeah.
love the satisfaction of getting a project done. Maybe she's
Yeah.
a process knitter.
I think she is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. It was weird to me that I had 2 pairs of socks going, but
right.
but they were different. One of them was vanilla, and one has that weird diagonal.
Where you had to pay
so I was like,
attention.
okay, one of them needs a little bit more attention, and one's
Right.
more like what we call dark knitting, which you can do it in
Right.
the dark, or social knitting.
Yeah.
But I was like, ooh, can't do any more stuff,
Right.
But Yarn Hoarder, she doesn't care.
No, like 15 going at the same time.
Good on her.
I like to finish.
You know what? She is the most organized person I've ever
Yes,
seen in
she
my
is.
life. So, high five.
I know. And if you're not familiar with her, she has a podcast, a video
You know.
podcast on YouTube. Yarn
If you're
Hoarder.
watching this show, you've watched the Yarn Hoarder.
That's true.
If you're watching us, you've seen Grocery Girls and Yarn Hoarder and probably Diane from
Right.
Suburban Stitcher because
Right.
they're way more. They're
Yeah.
super famous, but or not famous, but
Yeah.
they
In
have
our
a
world.
they have a lot of followers.
Right.
Yeah, she's awesome. Her stash is,
Overwhelming to me.
but she, you know what? She's organized.
Yep. She
More
knows
power
where
to
everything
her.
is.
No judgment from me.
Nope.
Okay, so speaking of the Wool Slayers knit along
Yes.
is going to be anything for yourself. Cast on day is Mother's Day. Take some time for yourself. Treat yourself and cast on. Sit down, get a
Yep.
cup of tea, whatever.
Have your kids get you a cup of tea.
Vodka, I don't judge.
Champagne.
Whatever.
I like to drink champagne all day long on Mother's Day.
Me too, with
Yeah.
a little OJ and the bread in the morning,
Just a little OJ.
just to make it acceptable.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Champagne. Whatever you need, sit down, take some time, cast on anything for yourself.
Maybe something simple while you're drinking champagne. So you don't have to rip it all out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you've indulged.
Right.
And Alan and I are actually going to do the same project, which is exciting.
Yes.
And they're, again, same project is going to look completely different.
Totally different.
Totally different. So I'll show mine since you
Yes.
just showed. Okay, so you do not have to do this
No.
pattern, but we personally are both happen to be doing the On the Spice Market
Yes. And we both happen to be shopping for it at DFW.
at DFW Fiberfest.
Right.
And so it just kind of happened organically that, well, that should be our knit along. Well,
Or-
that we're doing.
Right.
And the way we're going to do it is to be eligible to win prize TBD.
Right.
um,
We're not that organized. We're getting there.
no. You're going to you don't have to finish. You just have to participate.
Right.
So go into the Ravelry group for more details.
And are we going to do an end date?
We'll probably do an end date just so that we can draw a prize.
Right.
But you don't have to be finished because
Oh, true.
nobody needs that negativity in their life.
Right.
This is a stress-free
Right.
knit along. For our first one, we didn't want to force anybody.
Right.
You just need to participate. That's it.
And that's how we do our knit alongs with our knitting group.
We're pretty
It's like-
lenient. Yeah. And I'm sure in the future you have to finish. But for right now, for Mother's Day, especially since it's Mother's Day,
Right. You just have to cast on Mother's
there is
Day.
no stress.
Right.
There's no stress. You have to cast, don't cast on before. No whips
Right.
allowed.
Now, do they have to post in our Ravelry group their cast on Mother's Day?
No.
Okay.
No. That would be way too many rules.
Yeah.
No. But
and who wants to get on a computer on Mother's Day?
But you have to participate, otherwise how do we know?
Right.
So you need to say something. There'll be a thread. There'll be a knit along thread. It's going to be, the prize will be drawn from that. So it's going to be, just conversation, that sort of thing. So not a finished object thread.
Right.
But that being said, I can finally show you one of my trophies from Fiberfest. And so this is going to be for my On the Spice Market. I've already got my needles.
Oh,
What?
is this the one that you gave Mitch?
No,
give you?
this is not the
Okay.
one I gave Mitch, my husband. I still have one more set of skeins that I bought at Fiberfest. I'll show you after Mother's Day because it's my Mother's Day present. Okay, so it's in my bag that I won from the Around Your Neck Cal that I've mentioned like 7 times.
Because she won. Did you know
If
she
I
won?
Did I mention I was the grand prize winner? So I got my pick of bags from Studio in the Green. And she happened to have this amazing unicorn fabric. And the unicorn's horns are metallic gold.
It's pretty cute.
Shut up. I was like, yes, please.
And it has a divider on
This
the
is
inside.
the shawl sack, and there's a divider with like a notions pouch built in, and there's yarn guides, 4 yarn guides in this size. And I have some of her. Can you see this? This is the sock size right here.
Yeah.
It's filled with yarn already, and it has room for like 2 half skeins, and it has 2 yarn guides. I'm pretty bad about using the yarn guides, but they're nice to have in there if you're more organized than me. And it's just a drawstring. Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
Okay.
Adorable.
And now onto the yarn. So my contrast colors in the is it Farrow? I don't even know.
No.
In the the little
Slip
blocks.
stitches, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Rainbow.
I love it. They're so pretty.
Rainbow. Roy G. Biv. Totally.
Are you gonna Roy G. Biv it?
Totally.
Bleh, bleh.
Look at my face. Yes, I'm Roy G. Biv in this thing.
That's gonna be awesome. I love it.
And then for the body, I have the same. Okay. Oh, let me talk about. Okay, first of all, this is from Canon Hand Dyes, which I again had never heard of, and until I saw their booth at Fiberfest. How cute is that?
That's adorable.
Isn't it cute?
Is that bird shooting off the cannon?
Yes. That bird don't play. That bird's starting war. And then I had a binder clip because these were all in a bag together, and the base was on the bag, so I had to cut it out. So it's Leo.
Oh, cashmere.
It's 75 Southwest. I'm so pretty. Superwash Merino, 15% cashmere and 10% silk.
Oh.
Remember how I said treat yourself?
Yeah.
This is why this is my Mother's Day cast on.
That is a treat.
So
yourself.
this is the rainbow colors. Was a set from Canon. And then I was like, oh, she didn't have the right color in the base at her booth, or I would have totally bought it from her. But she didn't have the right color is what I mean. She had the base, but not, I wanted a dark gray color. So I had 4 minutes before class with the Yarn Harlot. I ran over to the wonderful Western Sky Knits that we raved about in the last one. And they had
It's the
same base, merino, cashmere, silk. It actually has it's actually 70, 20, 10, superwash, merino, silk, cashmere. But whatever.
Right. Close enough.
It's the same thing. So, look at it.
That's great. And put it with the colors.
Yes. I could not believe I found, and I mean, I've had literally no time.
That's great.
Isn't that fun?
Uh-huh. That's going to be so nice together.
I think so. And I love with all the silk, it's going to be shiny.
Oh, and drapey and just
and soft and
feels
yummy
so
and delicious.
good.
And I love a rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So I'm casting that on Mother's Day.
Yes. And then mine is
So pretty.
So mine is the same colors. It's the same mini pack as my seashore cowl that you
wore
saw
last
week.
time. Her dress.
My dress, yes. This time I'm making a shawl. So it's the same
You
color.
can wear it with your dress. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that wouldn't be overkill.
That would be psycho.
But instead of doing black as the color, I bought Anzula Nebula. So it's like a white, and then it has stellina in it. You can see all
have
the
the
glitter.
best sparkle. I've used this exact same yarn in my 3-color cashmere.
And I don't know how they get that distributed so well,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
like sparkle everywhere.
But yeah, their sparkle is
So
like
it'll
none
be-
other. Oh man, that's gonna be so pretty.
Hold on, let me do this. There.
Yeah, that's gonna look awesome.
So what's great also about this Anzula is it's not white. It kind of looks white there, but it has you wouldn't say it's a color either.
No,
It's
and it's
like a cream.
like a cream.
But
if you had to pick a color.
It also has a tinge of green. You know how like whites can look blue or gray? Well, it has this tinge of green to it, which is great because this one and this one are green, and it just really looks great.
It looks
I'm
awesome.
excited. There's not much contrast right there with that one, but
That's okay.
with the others, there's some contrast. So there.
Again, we could not be more different, but we like the same stuff. I don't know.
Right.
It's funny. I love it.
I know, because I love your colors.
And I have literally, this was in my 3-color cashmere shawl.
This color?
This color, this yarn, this base, everything.
And it looks so different with the pink or purple and blue.
I did it
that
with
you
pink
used.
and like a purpley gray. And it's this exact color au naturel.
I'm excited.
That's going to be awesome.
So there you go.
I love it with that red.
Yes. I know. I love it all together.
Yeah, I do.
Just so excited.
So we're excited about our first knit along, and we are going to have prizes, but we haven't decided exactly what you're getting.
I know. We're working that out.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. But
So-
it'll be fun.
It will be fun. I'm really excited to cast that on. I've been wanting to make that for a while.
Me too. I've been looking for the right.
Yes.
I've been waiting for Fiberfest for so long to be able to take that yarn, and I actually was going to pair up some other unicorn tails I had and do it, but then I decided not to.
Do you cake your unicorn tails up, or do you hand
Yes.
wind them? Okay.
I cake them. I put them on the Swift.
Good, because I'm like, there's so many.
I know.
I don't want to hand wind them.
No, why?
Yeah.
That's why you have a Swift and a ball winder.
Yeah, I haven't used a lot of that small of them.
Well, I caked those for the
Seashore. Okay.
And they're the cutest little things.
It's a tiny cake. It's a cupcake instead of a cake. Well, I did that half skein, but it's more than a
that's more
unicorn tail.
Yeah, because these are really 50 yards, I think.
Oh yeah, so it's not.
It's really short.
They're so cute. I kind of wish I could just leave them. I wish you could knit.
could.
I wish you could knit from a hank.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're so pretty.
They are.
But cakes are pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
Recognize that? Jody, Mrs. Brown's bags from the Grocery Girls.
So did you order that from them? Because I've heard it's so hard to even get in when they...
I was at a wedding in Nashville
That's right.
last August. Shout out, Snyder family. And I was,
enjoying the champagne?
yeah. And it was late. My kids were in the hotel bed next to me, passed out. My husband was passed out. And I now that I've gotten, the older I get, the less tolerant I am of alcohol, and the smallest amount, and it doesn't make me fall asleep. It makes me wired. It's like caffeine. And so I'm, on my iPad, just like, whatever, I can't sleep. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something in the morning. I don't know, weddings. And I totally got lucky and just happened to log in, and probably saw it on Instagram, just like every other story starts. So I was on Instagram, and that's how every story about purchases.
And the money flew out of my wallet.
And that's the thing. I was like, my inhibitions were lowered, and I had really wanted one of those bags because I love their podcast and I love those bags, and I just really wanted one. And this one was perfect because it's my color, that teal.
Now, does she knit up the yarn and take pictures of it and have the fabric produced?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
She buys indie dyed yarn, knits up the swatch. She buys it in like bulky and knits it up, and then she photographs it, orders the fabric. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And I love her zippers are so cute. Like they're I don't know. This is the only one I have, but she's making tote bags.
Oh.
I want it.
Maybe we can get DFW Fiberfest to have her make.
And see that's the downside is they're in Canada, and it took me. I had forgotten about it by the time I got it. It was like a month after the wedding, and I was like, oh yeah, because customs,
Oh right.
It's not her fault,
right?
It just they're way up there and we're way down here. But I do love it. Thank you, Jody. I love it, love it, love it. I use it all the time. That's an upcoming cast on. So
nice.
All right. So are we?
Do we have anything else?
I don't think so. We were much more succinct this week. Yeah.
Were we? I don't know what time is it. Time to go get the kids.
No, it's not quite that. No, we're much better this week. So
I
this
guess-
was so much fun, though.
It was. I love doing it.
I love sitting here talking to you about it.
I know, me too. I love talking about knitting with you too.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Okay, so
All right.
2 weeks. I'm going to Maryland Sheep and Wool
Mm-hmm.
and
I'll
casting
be
on a
here.
bunch of projects.
Doing nothing.
You're staying here, casting on a bunch of projects.
Yeah, that's true. And we won't see you again until after Mother's Day.
Mhm.
So cast on
Right.
if you want to. No stress.
Feel free to post in
Yes.
the Ravelry group.
Come in the Ravelry
And-
group.
yeah. And thumbs up us. Give us a thumbs up.
Please give us a thumbs up. It gives us a thrill.
It does. Big time thrill.
Please
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please tell your friends.
Yes.
It's been a wild ride and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Beyond my wildest dreams.
So we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget to slay.
Exactly.
Oh, we have to remember to say episode 2. The date. May 3rd.
I don't care about any of
I don't remember how we start. Do you start it first?
that. Hi! I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we're
okay. Okay.
And I'm lost.
More. What happened?
I don't know. We're back.
It's not supposed to be doing that. I am now.
It listens like my children. About as well. Sorry, y'all. Our screen just went black, and we were like,
Did. And I edited out about 15 of those.
Yeah.
Out of the last one. But,
well,
and this is why. What?
Diane, what just happened?
What? My calendar came up.
Okay. Anyway, it's gorgeous.